All right, going to talk about Florida quarterback DJ Lagway, talk about keys for success, talk about what we want to see from Lagway against Florida State this upcoming weekend. We got 4 keys that we're going to talk about, and we have some broadcast footage that we're going to use to demonstrate the type of throws and plays we want to see against Florida State this upcoming weekend. But before we talk about DJ Lagway, let's talk about Florida State's defenses for 30 seconds, then we'll get into Lagway, right? So obviously it's no secret the abysmal season Florida State has been having this season. Florida fans, I know y'all love seeing that. Their defense probably is better from a talent standpoint, and the stats are showing. But you are what you are on paper right now, and that's not very good. The scoreboard is all that matters. They're bottom half in points per game at 27.7. They're bottom half in yards per game, bottom half in the ACC, I should say, and dead last in rushing yards per game in the ACC. Their only part of their defense that's playing well is their pass defense. They're fourth in the ACC, so they're not giving up a ton of yards to the air. But even with that, it's not like they're forcing much turnovers. They've only had 3 interceptions. And that puts them at dead last in the ACC. So if you're DJ Lagway, if you're Florida, what are the keys for success when you're going up against a team that you are, I think, 15-point favorite, 2-touchdown favorite? What are the keys for success? It's kind of different. Now you're not the underdog anymore like you were against LSU, going against Ole Miss. You are the favorite. So what are the keys for DJ Lagway? I think the main key, if I want to broad it up, if I want to make it broad, is playing a complete game. So what is a complete game? What's a complete game for DJ Lagway, where I think it's a combination of several of the games that he's played. I think it's a combination of the game against Kentucky, where you had like 5 out of your 7 completions were considered big explosive plays. So the deep shots from Kentucky combined with the game against LSU, where you bounced back from a few bad throws that were almost picked, and you had some deep shots maneuvering in the pocket. And then combining it with even Ole Miss, where you pretty much took what the defense gave you. You only had 1 deep shot the entire game against Ole Miss. You took what the defense gave you. You found a different way to win. So I think combining all those 3 performances would be a complete game. I want to get up early if you're Florida. You don't want to give them any hope to stay around. They're going to come in wanting to upset you, wanting to finish the season strong. But at the same time, I've been in locker rooms where you just can't wait to get to the offseason. You don't care about a bowl game. You don't care about anything. You just can't wait to get to the offseason. So you want them to hurry up and start thinking like that early in the game. So 4 keys, how to play a complete game. Key number 1, process the info quickly whenever the defense is dropping 7 or 8. He's been much better against the blitz so far than he has when the defense drops 7 or 8. All 6 of his interceptions so far have come when the defense is not blitzing. He threw a pick last week against Ole Miss, and that came when the defense was not blitzing. Now, he's had success against defenses dropping 7 or 8, so you want to be able to do that consistently, right? That's key number 1. Key number 2, be firm in the pocket and take what the defense gives you, just like you did against Ole Miss. We'll look at that here in a second on a few throws. Key number 3, for a complete game, rip the ball downfield. That's who you are. That's not your identity per se. You're a quarterback, but one of your strengths is your arm and pushing the ball downfield. So I want to push it vertically downfield against Florida State. And then key number 4, and something I don't want to rely on too much because he's not healthy yet, but utilize your legs when appropriate. You saw him run a little bit more against Ole Miss than he did against LSU. It's not fully healthy. He probably won't be fully healthy till the offseason. That's just kind of how hamstrings roll. But still, using your legs to the extent that is appropriate, I think would help with a complete game. So just to recap, process info quickly when the defense is dropping 7 or 8. Be firm in the pocket. Take what the defense gives you. Rip the ball downfield. And rely on your legs as it is appropriate. So with that said, we got maybe 6 or 7 clips that we're going to look at of DJ Lagway that hopefully do a good job demonstrating these type of throws that we want to see from Lagway against Florida State. So let's go ahead and check out these clips. So we got maybe 7 or 8 plays we're going to watch of Lagway demonstrating what we just talked about in the intro video. It is broadcast footage. I do apologize. It has to be slowed down so YouTube doesn't get mad at me, but I think it does a good enough job just demonstrating the type of throws and plays to make for a complete game against Florida State. So first clip we'll watch, we talked about how every one of his interceptions, all 6 of them, are against the defense dropping 7 or 8. But with that said, he still has had plenty of success when the defense has dropped 7 or 8. So here's an example against Kentucky. We see a little half roll. I think he maybe gets out of the screen for a second. I apologize. But you can see Kentucky brings 3. They drop 8. And here's Lagway having a deep shot here. Good success in this throw here, right? So, again, all 6 of his picks are where the defense drops 7 or 8. So, be able to process information. Let me move this here. I love that throw, off-platform type throw, too. But be able to process information, do it quickly, and able to hit guys like he did on this play here against Kentucky. This was early in the game, first quarter, early in the game, right? So, that's key number 1. Have success in the defense dropping 7 or 8. Key number 2, take what the defense gives you. Be strong and sturdy and firm in the pocket and take what they give you. You can see he's really strong in the pocket. He's got defenders hanging over him. It's a big, strong throw on this out here, taking what the defense gives you. He does not force anything. I know he had that pick against Ole Miss, but besides that, did not really force anything here. This is a superhuman type throw here as far as the arm strength goes from getting pulled around and throwing the deep out here. Who is that? Is that the Badger? No, that's not Badger. Who is I forget. Anyways, here's 3rd and 5, another example of taking what the defense gives you. Again, we talked about combining Ole Miss, which I thought he did a good job taking what the defense gave him and playing a different type of game. Ole Miss didn't really give those deep shots to him. The only deep shot he had was against Ole Miss in the 4th quarter. So this is part of playing a complete game. Here's a 3rd and 5. He's able to step in the pocket slightly and throw it for a first down here to Badger. Defender in his face, throw it for a first down. Take what the defense gives you. That's key number 2 in playing a complete game. So number 1, when they drop 7 or 8, have success, take care of the ball, process it quickly. Number 2, take what the defense gives you. If the deep shot's not there, no big deal. It's probably going to be there later on in the game. So right now, let's take what the defense gives you. Key number 3, what makes him special is his ability to push the ball downfield. Like, even though he has other attributes that help him be a good quarterback, the special part is pushing the ball downfield. He can do it in several different ways. So this way, we'll watch play action. Here's going to be off play action, one of my favorite throws from Lagway. This is Kentucky. I think 5 out of his 7 completions or something like that against Kentucky were 20 yards or more downfield. So here is Lagway pushing the ball downfield. There's several different ways to do it. We're watching this play action. Throws a freaking beautiful bomb here. Man, this is Badger again. Florida fans, y'all know we do so much SEC quarterback content, so we don't have all the names and receivers and running backs, but damn, Badger is an underrated receiver in the SEC, and you can really see that whenever Lagway's in the game. So here's Lagway throwing a deep ball. Again, this is top of the screen, 217. Is it Dyke? Someone told me that in the comments at one point, I believe. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's the Dyke, the slot receiver. So this is an example of throwing a deep ball downfield, not using play action. A straight drop back throw. Good coverage, but he hits his receiver in stride, number 17, I think, Dyke. And this led to an eventual touchdown pass later on in this drive against LSU. So we saw them push the ball downfield 2 different ways, right? We saw them push the ball downfield off of play action. We saw them push the ball downfield on straight drop backs on a vertical throw. And the last key for a complete game is using your legs in appropriate amount. Now, again, he's not completely healthy. We don't want him, doing a speed option 10 times against Florida State, but using your legs in appropriate amount. And the first clip we'll watch is him maneuvering the pocket, a little scramble, throwing off platform. Like, if he can continue just to do this with his legs, that's enough of a threat with his legs. You see they have a little spy here, even though his hamstring is injured. And this, one of my favorite throws from Lagway the whole season. Hamstrings beat up, scrambles in the pocket, throws in the run, hits his guy downfield, Badger again, getting to the 1 yard line. They eventually punch it. And the last clip we'll watch is a scramble against Ole Miss. We talked about he looked a little bit more, comfortable moving against Ole Miss and LSU. Again, doesn't have to be a ton, has to be just enough. This is a 2nd and 8. This gets them to a 3rd and 2. And the very next play, which I don't have on here, I had it in the Ole Miss recap reaction video. But the very next play ends up being a scramble again from Lagway where he dumps it off to, I think, Badger. That ends up being a first down. So this 2nd and 8, this 6-yard run on 2nd and 8 led to a first down pass on 3rd down. So again, the legs aren't, the Hemi's not going to be completely healthy till the offseason, but still use your legs the appropriate amount. So just to recap, have success when the defense drops 7 or 8, success taking what the defense gives you, success push the ball downfield, and then use your legs in an appropriate amount. I think that's a complete game for DJ Lagway against Ole Miss. But Florida fans, I want to hear from you. What do you think the keys are against Florida State? What do you think? What else do you want to see from Lagway to make it a complete game against Florida State? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if this is your first time watching, thank you. We're a big SEC quarterback hub. We talk all things SEC quarterback. So please consider subscribing to the channel. Like the video, share. It helps us grow. Thanks for following us along. We'll see you next time. Peace.